Looks like a deposit up ahead. Let's check it out. Mercury. Successfully surveyed a large deposit of mercury. Very well. Let's move. Oh, the debris is still marked. Yep. Of course. Of course it is. Yes, of course. I knew that. Don't know why I checked, honestly. What? Whoa. Everything. Mako's being wacky on this planet. Ugh. Woo! Salvage the crashed probe. Begin manual bypass. Whoa, this is a busy one. Whew. Sledgehammer rounds. That's what I want. Knock them on their ass rounds. And a medical exoskeleton and high explosives. Nice. Very nice. Alright. Well, we don't have to go here at all. Haha. Back to Mako, I guess. Normandy, rather. See you later, Thresher Maws. Assuming there were some actually there. Alright. Let's see. So, assignments. We have the signal tracking thing, which we'll maybe get to that sometime. I'm not too concerned. I know which quest that is, and it's not that interesting of a quest, in my opinion. So, if I miss it, I don't care that much. These things, which I may never actually complete. And then, of course, Virmire. So, before we head to Virmire, let's run below decks and do some kitting out. I suppose we have a level up to take care of as well. I'm not going to bother trying to talk to personnel because we haven't finished a major mission since the last time I did, so I don't think there'd be anything new to talk about, really. Hope I'm not wrong, but I don't think so. Okay, first thing first, let's level up. 1 measly point. Warp specialization. Let's do that. Increases the radius of the warp field and the amount of damage it inflicts. Goodie. Okay, oh, and we got a codex too. Right, let's just check, see if Rex has anything to say since we did grab his armor.
Shepard.
Nope.
Rex.
Okay, Ash? Anything better for you? Not really. You've got a kick-ass... Yeah, you got that, Spectre assault rifle, so you've got pretty kick-ass gear. We are gonna... I intentionally didn't take the Ursa. Oh my god, the heavy Colossus armor is awesome. How does that compare with the Guardian? Nope, Colossus is better. Woo! Whoa, and it's really sweet looking. Okay, you can have a shield modulator 7 and... yeah, how about a medical interface? Sure. Okay. Caden? You really only need a pistol. Razor 7 is better than what you have, so sure, let's switch. Stick with the combat scanner. go with a kinetic stabilizer. And you have tungsten 6. Let's do tungsten 7. Nexus 7 chameleon tool, sure. And holy crap, look at all this stuff. You're getting the Savant 7 amp. Oof, nice. Armor, you're stuck with what you got on. Predator 6 light armor. Garrus? Tsunami 7, Crossfire 7. Oh, Tsunami 8. Huh. Crossfire 7 is better in every regard. Improved sighting 3. No. And sure, rail extension. Okay, shotgun you don't need, pistol you don't need, sniper rifle you have. Did I not buy? I thought I bought a. Oh yeah, Spectre. You've got it armed already. Improved sighting 2. Well, okay, switch to 3. And this you can switch to the 7. And that you can switch to 7. You're fine there. Ooh, this is a better set of armor too, even though the Phoenix 7 is medium, I think. Yeah, it is medium. Whoa, that looks really awesome. I like the mercenary armor, that's cool. Shield modulator. Did I give away the good ones? I did. Here, take a 5. No, actually. Take that one. And take a 7. I guess I should have done Shepard first, huh? Maybe I should check. Just to make sure he doesn't have anything I should be doing differently. Like upgrades. Shield modulator 7. Energized weave 7. Okay, so I guess not. What about his mods for his weapons? Oh, rail extension 6, huh? And a 6. I want to give him a 7. These, you're switching to the sledgehammer rounds, buddy. You're going to knock people on their ass. Okay. Oh, what do we got here? High explosives 8. Ooh. Whoa. Savant it is. We've got pretty much the best armor on right now. Yep. Okay, so I want to get Garrus's rail extension off of him then. Which gun did I give that to? I gave it to this one. Sure, you know what? Stick with that. Stick with that. That's crap, but stick with that. Okay, now. Here we go. Okay, Rex. Assault rifle. Yes, switch to the Tsunami. Ooh. Actually, switch to the Kovalyov 7. Don't think you're trained on shotguns, but okay. So we don't have anything else right now. Okay. Amps. Polaris 7. And armor, you're set. Yeah, you're not wearing your family armor, are you? It's probably shit. Oh well. Medical exoskeleton. Kinetic buffer 7. Stick with that. Tally? Yeah, you have pretty much the best. The best of the best of the best. Pretty good tool. Decent armor. Switch to that. And Liara. Yeah, stick with what you got there. Here you could take Unity Amp. No, actually Prodigy Amp. Yeah, there you go. Got a better tool than what's there. Only need a pistol, really. We have nothing to give you there, unfortunately. Do those. And that's good. Okay, so Rex had nothing to say. That means nobody else has anything to say either. So, we need to get then to Virmire. Big moment, everyone. Big moment. Big moment getting to Virmire. We'll, oh, we have Codex to read, too. Yep, we'll do that right now, actually. Okay, Codex. Codex to read. How much do we have to read, I wonder? Looks like a bit. Okay. Aliens, council races. We have Turian religion. Okay. Although Turians have a strict moral code, their belief in individual responsibility means that the concepts of good and evil are simply the individual's choice between egotism and altruism in any given decision. They have no concept of good deities that encourage noble behavior or evil ones that tempt individuals to misdeeds. Turians believe that groups and areas have spirits that transcend the individual. For example, a military unit would be considered to have a literal spirit that embodies the honor and courage it has displayed. A city's spirit reflects the accomplishments and industry of its residents. An ancient tree's spirit reflects the beauty and tranquility of the area it grows within. These spirits are neither good nor evil, nor are they appealed to for intercession. Turians do not believe spirits can affect the world, but spirits can inspire the living. Isn't that affecting the world in some way? Prayers and rituals allow an individual to converse with a spirit for guidance or inspiration. For example, a Turian who finds his loyalty tested may appeal to the spirit of his unit, hoping to reconnect with the pride and honor of the group. A Turian who wishes to create a work of art may attempt to connect with the spirit of a beautiful location. Turians enjoy absolute freedom of religion and can practice whatever appeals to them so long as it does not impede anyone's ability to perform their duties. There are many practitioners of the Asari Siarist philosophy. Since opening dialogue with the Human Systems Alliance, some Turians have embraced Confucianism and Zen Buddhism, which is kind of cool. I wonder what would happen if humans encountered an alien species and the aliens had religion, if there would be... Of course, I imagine there probably would be humans who would be converting to the alien religion, but that'd be interesting if there was like an alien version of Jesus and humans were like, yes, he's the one true God, versus like everybody else, you know. But anyway, everything else you could believe in here on Earth. I mean, Krogan biology. The Krogan evolved in a lethal ecology. Over millions of years, the Grims struggle to survive larger predators, virulent disease, and resource scarcity on their homeworld Tuchanka. turn the lizards into quintessential survivors. Perhaps the most telling indicator of Tuchanka's lethality is the Krogan eyes. Although they are a predator species by any standard definition, their eyes evolved to be wide-set, as in Earth prey species like deer and cattle. Krogan eyes have a 240-degree arc of vision, better suited for spotting enemies sneaking up on them than for pursuit. Physically, the Krogan are nigh indestructible, with a tough hide impervious to any melee weapon short of a molecular blade. While they feel pain, it does not affect their ability to concentrate. They have multiple functioning examples of all major organs, and can often survive the loss of one or two of any type. Rather than a nervous system, they have an electrically conductive second circulatory system. A Krogan can never be paralyzed. They may lose some of this fluid, but can be replaced by the body in time. The hump on a Krogan's back stores water and fats that help the Krogan survive lean times. Large humps are a point of pride. Being well-fed implies the Krogan is a superior predator. The most widely known biological feature of the Krogan is their incredible birth rate and rapid maturity, and their 4 testicles! Once freed from the hostile cauldron of Tuchanka, the Krogan population swelled into a numberless horde. Only the genophage kept them from outbreeding the combined council races. Now the rare Krogan females capable of bringing a child to term are treated like strategic resources. Warlords will trade them at diplomacy, or more frequently, fight wars over them. Ships and vehicles. Starship cruisers. Cruiserweight starships are the standard combat unit encountered away from large naval bases, the poor bloody infantry of most fleets. Nimble scouting frigates have neither the punch nor the stamina to stand up to serious combat, and the mighty dreadnoughts are a strategic resource, carefully hoarded and committed to the most critical battles. Cruisers perform routine, independent show-the-flag patrols in settled systems and lead sorry, you guys, I'm having problems with the words. Lead flotillas of frigates in small engagements, such as pirate suppression campaigns. In major fleet engagements, cruiser squadrons support the dreadnought battle line by screening their flanks against enemies attempting to maneuver for a main gun bow shot from their vulnerable broadsides. Alliance cruisers are named after cities of Earth. Fighters. Fighters are single-pilot combat small craft. They are lightweight enough that they can be economically fitted with powerful Element 0 cores, making them capable of greater acceleration, and sharper maneuvers than starships. Kinetic barrier shields changed starship battles from short, vicious bloodbaths to extended, indecisive slugging matches. Only the main gun of a dreadnought could punch a mass accelerator slug through the barriers of an opposing dreadnought. This changed with the development of the fighter-launched mass disruptor torpedo, a short-ranged weapon that can penetrate kinetic barriers to destroy their projector assemblies. Starship Guardian defenses must be overwhelmed through swarm tactics. Fighter groups can take heavy casualties pressing their torpedo attacks home. Once fighter-launched torpedoes have crippled an enemy's barriers, the mass accelerators on frigates and cruisers can make short work of them. Interceptors are a type of fighter optimized to attack other fighters with no ability to damage starships. Interceptors are used to screen friendly units from incoming fighter attack. I have a theory that if and when we actually do conduct space battles, small fighters like they're describing here, or like they have in like Star Wars or Wing Commander or any other number of sci-fi properties, Battlestar Galactica, probably won't be of much use. Because as they describe in the Mass Effect Codex, space battles happen at, light years of distance. Because you can literally fire at the speed of light at something. Lasers and stuff like that. So, I don't know, I don't find it realistic that there would be fighter attack squadrons and you'd never see, I don't think you'll ever see a scene like you would in Star Wars with the Millennium Falcons fighting off a squadron of fighters. I just don't think they'd be that useful. But who knows, maybe. I don't know. I think that idea of the fighter in space was born out of, I would have to guess, probably out of Star Wars. And Star Wars was the combat in Star Wars of that type was based off of like footage from World War II, of like the Millennium Falcon would be like a B-17 bomber, and you had gunning positions on multiple sides of the bomber, and you had gunners that would have to shoot at the fighters that would be flying around them. And I think Lucas and the rest of the creative team behind Star Wars thought that was a really cool visual, which it was, and put it into the movie as hey, check it out, this is space combat. And then of course that was part of what everybody loved about it, was the X-Wings and the TIE fighters and how cool that all felt. And I think every sci-fi property since then has kind of been informed by it, but I don't really think that's how it's going to go down. If and when we actually get up there, I imagine space combat would look more like something kind of like what Mass Effect has if it didn't have the fighters in it. It mentions that there are fighters, and there are cutscenes where you see squadrons of fighters, but I can only really ever recall seeing the big capital ships going gun to gun with each other in the cutscenes and stuff. I think it'd be more like that, or more like how Star Trek does it, where it's just two large ships at a distance, probably even a greater distance than they ever show in the movies or the TV shows, just kind of firing light speed weapons at each other. But anyway, that's what I think. One thing that I was disappointed with the Mass Effect series, though, is that they didn't have any fighter combat, which I guess makes sense because you're a Marine and you're a commander. You probably would not hop into a single-seat fighter and go out and start blowing people up. But Space Combat Simulator, man, that's one of my favorite things to do. I love World War II flight sims, especially like old arcade-style ones like Lucasfilm's Battle of Britain. And I really loved TIE Fighter and the Star Wars space flight combat games. That's why I really like the X series. It's why I like the Wing Commander series. So when I heard about Mass Effect, I was like, oh, cool, space combat. Like, you're not just space combat, but a science fiction game set in space. This is going to be really cool. And I was looking forward to the scene where you hop into a fighter and jump out of the Normandy and go. But, of course, you never do that. The Normandy wouldn't be carrying fighters anyway. But so I was kind of disappointed they never did it in the series. But I totally understand from the game's perspective why it would just be kind of silly. Because you're a commander and you're a Marine, you're not going to jump into a fighter and fly around and shoot dudes down. So, anyway, long digression there. Sorry, guys. That's what the Codex always turns into. It always turns into long digressions. Okay, Talkie Talkerson's going to talk to you for a little bit, and then we're done with the Codex.
In the early
Keepers.
21st, when the Asari discovered the Citadel, they also discovered the Keepers, a docile, multi-limbed insect race that seemingly exists only to maintain and repair the Great Prothean Station. Early attempts to communicate with or study the Keepers were failures, and it is now illegal to interfere with or impede Keeper activity. Because they are completely non-threatening, Keepers have become virtually invisible to everyone else. Similarly, they seem indifferent to other species, except for their tendency to help new arrivals integrate themselves into the Citadel. No matter how many Keepers die due to old age, violence, or accident, they maintain a constant number. No one has discovered the source of new Keepers, but some hypothesize they are genetic constructs, biological androids created somewhere deep in the inaccessible core of the Citadel itself.
I always imagine that there's like some Keeper generation room somewhere deep in the Citadel, and that it's probably really creepy looking. Because you imagine Keepers are kind of insect-like, and they're kind of scurrying around. They probably are a lot like cockroaches, where the number of them that you actually see walking around doing things is probably just a fraction of a % of the number that actually exist on the Citadel, I would think. And I imagine if you ever found, like, quote-unquote, the nest, it would just be, like, swarming with Keepers. I think that was it. Did we ever read the Batarian ones? Hey, I'm just going to go through this one.
Of worlds in the Skyllian Verge. Much
I think we did. I think we already saw this one. Yeah, I'm going to skip it. Okay, so that was the Codex. Now, lastly, I just want to read this entry on Virmire, because that's where we're going next. You've received word that a Solarian reconnaissance team on Virmire has information about Saren. The message was unclear, and the Council fears the team is in danger. Let's head to Virmire and rendezvous with the Solarian team. Well, that is what we shall be doing right now. right now.